Welcome back to .NET Lab. In this lesson, we'll explore common API security mistakes in ASP.NET Core applications. We'll look at authentication, authorization, protecting sensitive data, and several practical habits that can help reduce security risks. We'll begin by clarifying the difference between authentication and authorization. Then we'll look at common mistakes such as leaving sensitive endpoints unprotected, returning too much data in API responses, trusting user input without validation, and storing secrets incorrectly. These are foundational practices that apply to almost every API, whether it is internal or public. Authentication confirms the identity of the caller, such as a user signing in with a token. Authorization decides what that authenticated user is allowed to access. An API needs both authentication and authorization. Knowing who a user is does not automatically mean they should be allowed to access every resource. A common security mistake is exposing a sensitive endpoint without an authorization requirement. In this example, any caller who can reach the endpoint may be able to delete a user. Always add authorization rules that match the business requirement. Here, only users in the admin role can access the delete operation. In a real application, you may also need to check whether the current user is allowed to modify this specific record. Returning database entities directly can accidentally expose fields that should never leave the server. Password hashes, reset tokens, internal notes, and other sensitive fields should not be included in API responses. Use response DTOs to control exactly what data is returned. This also makes your API contract more clear and prevents future database fields from being exposed by accident. Never assume client input is safe or complete. A client can send unexpected values, fields that should not be editable, or invalid data. Use dedicated request models and validate incoming data. This helps prevent invalid updates and makes it clear which fields the client is allowed to change. Never store passwords, connection strings, API keys, or tokens directly in source code. Source code can be copied, shared, committed to repositories, or exposed accidentally. Keep secrets outside your source code. During development, .NET user secrets can help protect local configuration. In production, use environment variables or a managed secret store provided by your cloud or hosting environment. API security is not one feature that you add at the end of a project. It is a set of habits: protect sensitive endpoints, validate input, expose only necessary data, and manage secrets safely. Small security decisions made early can prevent serious problems later. In the next lesson, we'll explore background services in ASP.NET Core. We'll look at when background processing is useful, how hosted services work, and common mistakes to avoid when running tasks outside the normal HTTP request flow. That's it for this lesson. Today we discussed common API security mistakes, including missing authorization, exposing sensitive data, trusting input, and storing secrets in source code. Security is not about making an application impossible to attack. It is about reducing risk through consistent, practical safeguards. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more real-world .NET development lessons. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.